Well, hello everybody. It's Doug Rucker again with PressureWashingSchool.com and DougRuckerStore.com. And today I want to do a video with Raimundo in the shop again, and we're going to be showing you how to change out your Kingsliner air diaphragm pump for those of you that have either the Kingsliner or the Big Slinger, or you may be thinking about getting one. We've sold quite a few of them over the years and quite a few of them here lately. And so some of you guys that have had them for a little bit, you're going to run across the time when you have to change the pump out. And so I thought we'd just go over that today because we haven't done something on the Kingsliner in quite a while. But before I get into that, just a quick reminder about our schools coming up, our hands-on training schools coming up. Houston, we have October 11th. That will be our next one, hands-on training along with classroom training covering house washing, roof cleaning, property protection, and concrete cleaning. And then in Georgia, Valdosta, Georgia, with Judd West, we have it coming up, I believe, September 20th. And then also October 4th. These are all on a Saturday. We start about 8:30 and run till about 3 or 4 o'clock, depending on how many questions get asked and that type of thing. And lunch is provided, both locations, either place. So for all of the information for those, you can go to PressureWashingSchool.com/events, or right on the front page, you'll see the schedule. And down in the bottom of that box, it says View Calendar. You can click on that and see all of the dates coming up. We'll have 2026 dates up soon. And then also don't forget about the online video school. If you can't make it to either one of those, that will really help you get your business started and cut your learning curve just drastically. And so not only that, we have the point training, personal, on-site, individual, next level training, where we actually will go to either your job site or one of our job sites, or pick a job site out and train you on that. If you want personal one-on-one training, we can arrange for that as well. And so you have the options. You can train on screen or you can train on scene, either way. So for all of that information, just go to PressureWashingSchool.com and you can get all the information there. For any information about the products that we sell through the store, then you can go to DougRuckerStore.com, email us at info@DougRuckerStore.com, or call or text 281-612-1223. Any questions about the school trainings, you can also email us, learn@PressureWashingSchool.com. So after all of that, let's get into the changing the air diaphragm pump out on the Kingsliner next. All right, guys, so like I said, Raimundo and I are here in the shop, and we just kind of wanted to go over how to change a Kingsliner pump out. This will work pretty much in any situation, but especially for those that have the system on our plate that's mounted to a compressor. But it's pretty much going to be the same thing whether you have it mounted somewhere on your trailer or whatever. It's still the same connections or whatever. But the one different thing will be something we'll show you when we get over there. But so yeah, so we're going to show you what all has to come apart first in order to change the pump out, and then we'll walk over and show you actually how it is on my system and kind of let you see the parts on the system.
Correct.
Okay. All right. So Raimundo, why don't you go ahead and explain to them what all needs to be disconnected.
So first, we're gonna take this clips off from this manifolds. If you guys can see here, there's 2 clips. I'm gonna take those off, but a screwdriver, it's gonna be faster, easier.
Yeah, and this is similar to what we did last week on the check valves, showing, you know, how he showed you.
Y'all wanna make sure y'all check these O-rings so they look good. And these are the clips I'm talking about right here. Get the other ones. Sometimes you gotta move that hose in the back and pull the manifold out. Just remember, the one with the arrow going down is the one that goes in the front. That's the outlet of the pump. And then we have these two clips right here that helps you get the hose off.
That's the hose that's hooked to the air compressor, basically is providing the air to the pump.
And here's the other one on top. And then you can just take this hose off from here up. And then you can just take off the 3 screws that are mounted in the back. 2 on this side and 1 over here. Once you take those off, the pump can come off real easy.
All right, so like we were saying, removing these manifolds is very similar to what we did last week in the soft wash, changing out a check valve on the manifold, because you have to do that. Now, when you get your pump in, your pump will have these, of course, already in there. And I remember what it was I wanted to say. There's direction of flow on here. It's very hard to find, but if you look right up here, there's 2 arrows, and it shows you which is in, which is out, which side of the manifold. So if you get confused, you can always look at these arrows, and they're located right up here at the top. But when you get these, of course, this is going to be here. This is going to be here, okay? You can take these out, and if your manifolds on your existing pump are still good, you can just rehook those up, which Raimundo will show you in just a second. And then you can just save these as spares in case they ever crack or whatever, okay? So just show them real quick how to put all that back together. So again, you got your clips. One goes up, one goes down.
So to make it easier, you want to put this hose first, and then there's a hole back here where you put your hose through. Put the bottom one up in, and then you want to make sure the clip clicks. Make the sound click, and it's supposed to go in kind of smoothly. Doesn't take too much force. If you're not able to push it, that means because the barb's not all the way in.
It's not seated properly.
Same thing on the top one. That is it. And then you just want to make sure you put one in the back, and then you want to move the hose a little bit so you can push the manifold in. Then you can use a screwdriver.
If it's hard to push, that means you don't have it fully seated, so you just got to give it a little nudge.
Like right now, it's not fully seated, so you want to push it in and push the clip a little bit up. Just like that. Same thing on the one on the outlet side. That's how you put it together.
Perfect. All right, so now let's walk over to, and then one thing I want to tell you guys too is these are mufflers, these little gray things. They are eventually, what they do is they release condensation coming out of the pump. And so it's normal to see these eventually will get a hole right up in the top, okay? What I do is I just take that off for them. I just take my mufflers off immediately. And one of the reasons I do that is because in cold weather, when it gets cooler temperatures, when this starts spitting out water, these mufflers will eventually freeze. It does the same thing on pretty much any air diaphragm pump that's got a muffler. So I just take these off like Raimundo just did, and then I know I'm never going to have that problem. You just got to make sure that you understand, don't put your face near this when it's running, because it can shoot out a little bit of pressure, and if your face is too close, it could hurt you. So make sure you're aware of that. Because like on my truck unit, I have to make sure when I start it and it starts pumping, I kind of walk around the pump, kind of away from it. So just always, you can take those off, just like he did. There's actually clips there you could do, but I suggest just taking the mufflers off and you just pull them off like he did. And they slide right off. They'll eventually wear a hole in it. That's normal. Don't worry about it. All right, so now we'll walk over to mine on my truck rig and show you kind of on an active pump everything we were just talking about. All right, guys, so these are the screws we were talking about, screws and nuts on the back side of the plate. You've got 3 of them, 1, 2, 3, and you're using a, what size is that? 11/32 wrench, and then a Phillips head screwdriver for the front. But I suggest before doing that you're going to take these out just like he showed you. I'm not going to do these because water will come out, right?
Yes.
So I don't want to mess on my floor. But anyway, you'll take these 2 things out, the manifolds out using the clips just like Raimondo showed you, and then remove these 2 things. One down here.
I take this off.
Yeah. So you're just using the clips again, just like we showed you on the other side. And that one is down there. Then remove these, and if these manifolds are still good and you've checked your O-rings, there's no cracks or anything, just leave these hanging. Then take your pump off the plate, reinstall the new pump, hook the manifolds back in, and hook your air hoses back in, and you're good to go. That's all you need to do. Right?
Yes.
So that's how you change the pump out. Now I'll go over a few things with you here in just a second. Come right back. Just some other things about this Kingslinger system. All right, so guys, this is the Kingslinger, big Slinger, whatever you want to call it. This is the big Slinger conversion. It has 2 valves, which are 3/4 inch. And so in this one, I have it plumbed to my bleach tank, and I also have it plumbed to my water tank. It is, I guess, what you would call the bigger version of the Kingslinger because of the fact that it has those 3/4 inch valves. And then if you use 5/8 spray hose, you're just going to get a little bit more volume and a tad more distance. It's not going to be a whole lot. I've run them both before, and so it just gives you a choice. On the Kingslinger, we have 3 valves, so if you wanted to do a soap valve or just use a valve as a spare, or like use our wrap for gutters, you could do that. But I also have the versatility here of taking the bleach hose off here, and I could run another hose to a bucket or another tank if I needed to and not spray the bleach. But very rare that I ever have to do that. So in fact, you know, talking about the 5/8 hose, I'm still using 1/2 inch hose on my big Slinger. The reason I do that is I had the 5/8 hose on here, and while it does give a little bit more volume and it does give a tad bit more distance, I just found in situations that I didn't need that consistently, and so I went back to the 1/2 inch hose. And there's no job I haven't been able to do that I would say I wish I'd had the 5/8 hose. So it's a personal preference thing. You know, I have tons of Flexilla hose up here I could use if I wanted to in 5/8, but I just like the lightweightness of the 1/2 inch hose. So that's basically your choice between the Kingslinger and the big Slinger. The Kingslinger has 3 1/2 inch valves, and the big Slinger has 2 3/4 valves. And but even when I had the 3 valve system, I only used 2 valves, and I plumbed just the water in the bleach tank. I don't need a soap tank. I can just add my soap into my bleach tank. I've never felt the need to meter my soap. So that's just a basic little overview. We have it attached to the orange pontoon compressor, but you can attach it to any compressor you want. We have some guys that have used this also on the little 3/8 all-flow pump. We don't sell those. Well, we've sold a few of them to people that have requested those. As a matter of fact, I think it was sitting up here a while ago. It's a pump like this. And so this air compressor will run this pump. It'll spray just fine out of it. But it's best if you use a little bit larger compressor. But I've used it on this compressor before, and it works just great. So if you need any help with choosing a soft wash system, just let me know. Again, I'm not a big fan of gas-powered soft wash systems. I know they can spray a lot of distance. They spray a lot of fluid. It gets people into trouble. They have maintenance issues and breakdown issues and all that kind of stuff. And you're going to have issues with anything that you buy, but I've just always felt air diaphragm systems, whether it's an all-flow like that, flow jet like this, Yamada, several other brands out there buy air diaphragms. To me, they're just the most dependable and reliable. And I've had everything from gas-powered systems to booster pumps to electric 12-volt, all that kind of stuff. So anyway, any questions, just post them down below. Okay, guys, hope this has been helpful for y'all. If you have any questions, just be sure to ask in the comments below. Or like I said, you can email us at info@DougRuckerStore.com or call or text 281-612-1223. Any questions about our training opportunities that you might want to look into, you can email learn@pressurewashingschool.com. And then I think that's about it. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Leave me a question or comment below. Hit the bell for notification, all that kind of stuff. Hope it has helped you guys. And if we can help you in any way, and you're a business owner, then please let us know. We're not here for homeowners who are trying to DIY their own projects. I'm sorry, I respect that, but we just have way too many calls, messages for guys that are in the business that we're trying to help. So please respect us for that. And there you go. Hope you guys have a very, very blessed day, and let us know if we can help.